When I started making my reading recaps, the plan was to do them seasonally, but I was reading way too frequently, so I decided to do monthly instead. Now that I've slowed down a bit and made my focus Hallmark movies for the time being, and individual categories of books instead, I figured I could do the original seasonal idea. This video is a bit repetitive of my recent book videos, but considering no one watched those and I tend to spoil everything in them, I figured I'd make this more so to give recommendations without major spoilers. Feel free to leave spoilers in the comments, though. I love talking about books with fellow readers. Here we go. Number 1, High School by Tegan and Sarah Quinn. I gave 4 out of 5 stars. A memoir focused on Tegan and Sarah's high school years that is now a Hulu show, which I would recommend. Number 2, In Conclusion, Don't Worry About It by Lauren Graham. I gave 5 out of 5. A very brief audiobook on her commencement speech that I do recommend. Number 3, Beyond the Wand, The Magic and Mayhem of Growing Up a Wizard by Tom Felton. I gave 4.5 out of 5. This is Tom Felton's autobiography. All I'll say here is that it includes but is not limited to Harry Potter behind-the-scenes stories, and I definitely recommend. Number 4, Have I Told You This Already? By Lauren Graham. I gave 4 out of 5. A collection of random stories from Lauren's life, and I would recommend. Number 5, Trixie and Katya's Guide to Modern Womanhood by Trixie Mattel and Katya. Gave this one 3 out of 5. This one is kind of a parody of a self-help book. It's okay, so I'll loosely recommend it. Number 6, Working Girls, Trixie and Katya's Guide to Professional Womanhood by Trixie Mattel and Katya. I gave 2.5 out of 5, same as the previous one for this. Numbers 7 through 9, Illuminae, Gemina, and Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. I made a separate video for this series. It's a space, artificial intelligent YA series. Overall, I do recommend the series. Number 10, My Name's Yours, What's Alaska? A memoir by Alastair Thunderfuck 5000. I gave 3 out of 5. This is Alaska's memoir. If you're a fan of Drag Race, I do recommend this. Number 11, Guru by Rupaul. I gave 1 out of 5. RuPaul's memoir/self-help book. This is a big mess and I definitely do not recommend it. Number 12, Grey by E.L. James. I gave 2 out of 5. The first book of the 50 Shades of Grey series written in Christian's perspective. I made a separate video specifically on this series. If you want to hear me rant way too long about it, that will be posted soon. Number 13, Darker by E.L. James. I gave 2.5 out of 5. Same as Freed goes for this one. The series is bad, but it's so bad that I can't look away, and I weirdly do recommend you read it. Number 14, Deep Thoughts from a Hollywood Blonde by Jenny Garth. I gave 4 out of 5. Jenny Garth, who played Kelly on Beverly Hills 90210's memoir. She seems sweet, and I do recommend this. Number 15, The Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher. I gave 3.5 out of 5. Carrie Fisher's memoir, sort of. This mostly only covers her affair with Harrison Ford, which I don't agree with, but I do recommend the book, especially in audio form since her daughter, Billie Lourd, reads her diary entries from the book. Number 16, Brave by Rose McGowan. I gave 3.5 out of 5. This is Rose McGowan's heart-wrenching memoir. I do recommend this, but it's not for the faint of heart. Number 17, Sorry Not Sorry by Alyssa Milano. I gave 3 out of 5. Alyssa Milano's very long Twitter rant of a book that I only recommend if you enjoy thinking about politics, which I do not. Number 18, You're on an Airplane, a self-mythologizing memoir by Parker Posey. I gave 1.5 out of 5. Parker Posey's book. It's called a memoir, but it's a big mess, so I can hardly call it that, and I can't recommend it. But I do recommend you watch Josie and the Pussycats. Number 19, Storytelling by Tori Spelling. Gave 1 out of 5. A very repulsive memoir by Tori Spelling that I rant about in my celebrity books video. I do not recommend this at all, and I don't even recommend you burn it because trees don't even deserve that. Number 20, Dear Mr. You by Mary Louise Parker. I gave 3.5 out of 5. A uniquely formatted memoir written as letters to people in her life. I recommend this times 10. 21, Useless Magic, Lyrics and Poetry by Florence Welch. I gave this one 4.5 out of 5. I've been wanting to read this for a while now and finally got my hands on a copy. I love it so much. Florence from Florence and the Machine has collected a lot of her lyrics in this, along with some poetry, photographs, and artwork. Some random notes as well. My only complaints are that I don't like Birdsong for obvious vegan reasons, and some of her handwriting is so scribbled that I had to stare at it for so long to try to read it. Most of it's typed though, and when the handwriting parts are in all caps, I can read it just fine. I love her music, and now I love her book as well. I definitely recommend this. That's all for winter. It was fun making one of these without spoilers. I do like recommending books, but I have a lot more fun talking about them and discussing them with people who also have read them. So I'm not sure if I'll be doing another spoiler-free video, but we'll see. If you've read any of these and want to talk about them, spoil the shit out of them in the comments and I'll join in.